Testament describes a third kind of righteousness, which is imputed righteousness. It is imputed righteousness. Now, knowing that no human being could live up to the standard that God, his own righteous character demands, love moved God to accept those who trust him despite our flaws and despite our failures. And this is why Scripture says of Abraham in Genesis 15:6 that Abraham believed the Lord and he credited it to him as righteousness. Abraham believed the Lord and God imputed it to him as righteousness. God credited him as righteousness just because he believed God. He, in other words, was justified by his faith. Now, we are justified by our faith. Did you know that? We are made righteous by our faith, not our works. We're justified by our faith. Say, I'm justified. Now you notice when you slow it down, just if I'd never sinned. It's just as if I'd never sinned. When you've been justified, it's just as if I'd never sinned. Just as if I'd never sinned. He wipes it away. He doesn't just cover it. He makes it as though it never happened. Just as if I'd never sinned. Have you ever done something in a human relationship and then, you know, even though they say that they forgive you and everything, you can sort of tell that everything is not back to where it used to be before the offense happened? And you wonder that if this ever happened, would they really still be treating me this way, or are they treating me like this because of what happened, even though I apologized to them and I told them, you know, I was wrong and it wasn't going to happen again. But now you recognize that you're being treated a little differently because they have no capacity to make it just as if I'd never sinned. They have no ability to justify you. So, you see, the significance of this statement when God was talking about how he imputed this thing to Abraham as righteousness, the first century Jews couldn't even understand what God was talking about. They didn't understand that. All they understood was trying to keep the law, do it by works, and if you couldn't do it by works, I mean, forget it.